So a couple months ago, I decided to leave Twitch behind to pursue my dream on another platform. To be clear, I'm not done streaming. I decided to give up-and-comers like Shroud the opportunity to a chance to be successful. It's only fair. And you can now find me over at mixer.com/PwneStar, and it would mean so much to me for you to take a couple seconds out of your day to come swing by, say hello, find me over there, and obviously leave a follow as we're pushing for partner, and at 2,000 follows, we can go and apply for that. That would be wonderful if you can help me out there. If not, I still love you no matter what, and we're going to get back on track. Smell of self-advertisement in the morning. So, I left Twitch, and some of you may or may not have known this, and to be fair, the ride was amazing. I built friendships, I lost friendships, we carried through raids, assuming you had a Gjallarhorn, the cost of admission, got world's first camos in Call of Duty, and probably some cool things even, and it was honestly an amazing journey for me. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you guys for that opportunity. So naturally, you're probably asking yourself, why did I leave then? And to put it simply, I do not recognize Twitch any longer, and honestly believe they do not care about their streamers or their viewers, and I want to explain why I feel this way. Now, this may not be true, but I feel like signs, my experience does point to the fact that they've gone more business mode versus, you know, about creativity, and I want my chance to explain why I chose to make this decision, and gamble in my own personal life. I've had my ups and downs in this content creation game for about a decade now. I've seen the rise of these companies, the good and the bad. As like many things in this world, I believe business took over and management basically got sloppy, and Twitch is just unrecognizable to me now. I was one of the originals, and back in my day it was called Justin TV. And yeah, believe it or not, many of you are like, what? Yeah, Twitch was called Justin TV back at the start. A little nugget of info there for you guys. And I've been around through all of it, you know. YouTube was where I originally started, and it was great at the beginning too. YouTube started as a place to express thoughts, tell stories, teach, and spread joy, you know, just entertain and just be relaxed with things. Then monetization came through for gamers, and things evolved at that point, because back then, we didn't have the licensing to play video games and post content. It was just, you know, only your own creations, like vlogs and stuff, that could probably monetize on things. So at the end of the day, more and more doors opened up and allowed this to be a job for many people. Over the next few years or so, the course YouTube had taken, it basically got too big to manage for its creators. It started ignoring the cries of the communities, it allowed clickbait and more greed abuse to thrive, and we picking anything up here sounding familiar yet? For the past couple of years, I feel like Twitch has gone down the similar path. They're just lagging a couple years behind because YouTube was there first, and this is common in today's world where companies start off with the growth and the work and the effort of people building the company up, and then they get so big and, you know, money becomes so much of a focus that they lose touch of what they were in their original state, and that passion is gone from the scene, if you will. It's basically a money game now, where they have grown too big to manage, and some of their greed and lack of caring of the community shines through. So I'm going to give you some examples. There's some controversial issues popping up all the time in social media about one thing or another. I don't want to single out one thing for people to be like, oh, there, you found your little way to attack this whole scene, and that's not something that I'm looking for, but it's the classic tale of Twitch doing something stupid, the entire community saying, hey, that is wrong, and then Twitch ignoring it and probably doing it again. And you're probably nodding your head like, yeah, no, I've seen that, you know, at least in just the last week alone. But with Twitch ignoring and doing all these things, it just was the final nail in the coffin for me. And it all began when they started doing things like the affiliate program and bits a long time ago. And I want to be completely fair, because I have a lot of friends that are over on Twitch. If you guys have affiliate status or your partners, keep crushing it. I love you guys. Just because I'm gone doesn't mean I'm not going to support you. Do what you got to do, because you are helping people around the world. You are bringing light into days. You are making people laugh, teaching people things. That is a wonderful pursuit. Keep going at it. But for me, when these programs and these ideas started to be introduced, I feel like the first sign of their greed and I guess the beginning of the evolution of Twitch began, where it was less about creativity and content and more about money, and these were, I guess, the initial signs that I picked up on. Shut up, phone, I'm trying to commentate. So, what I was looking at is they had a large partner pool of influencers already. So the partners that currently existed, you know, before the affiliate program was introduced, there were a large amount of people that weren't already easy to manage. And by manage, I mean the ability to talk to them, answer questions if they have problems, be able to solve them, and just honestly be there as a tool and an asset to help us grow, and in turn, they grow as well. So my issue is not necessarily the affiliate program, it's the quality is obviously going to change. They realized they could not manage the amount of people they had already, so they decided to lift the gates and allow anybody in. And I'm not meaning this as a disrespect, it is fairly easy to get affiliate. I mean, just having friends, there's communities built to just push you straight there. It's not like it's some magical voyage. It's fairly easy to accomplish, and because of this, there's just simply no way that they can manage all of these people coming in. There's a lot of people coming in. They couldn't handle it beforehand, and now there's thousands upon thousands of new people coming in. And the reason they're doing this is because, you know, when these people get support from their friends and their communities, that's more earnings split through subs and other activities. And this is just more money for them while we're out there pushing the work and putting the hours, kicking our butts trying to entertain and make the world a better place. And they're reaping the benefits, which is completely cool. That's normal for business. But again, this just goes to show the lack of their interest in their creators for me, and that's the only reason why I brought this up, is because they realized they couldn't maintain it any longer, and they said, just screw it, let them all in. And so be it. That's just my point of view on it. Then they introduced the bit system, and this is the first time that I looked back on Twitch and I can reflect on it, and I'd be like, wow, this is a little distasteful for me, because to me the bit system was introduced and it was the equivalent of like you working at a restaurant and, you know, you were a waitress and the boss just comes out of nowhere and just like, yep, give me those tips. They realized that the content creators that were working on their platform were earning a lot through tips, through PayPal and support like this, and they wanted a part of that pie. So they start to dig into their content creators' pockets by doing this, and they introduced the bit system. Now, a lot of people look at this as a cool badges and everything like that, but from a business standpoint, this is literally taking money from the creators, in my opinion. And I was very, very disappointed with this action. And I know it's become normal now. Even other platforms are doing it, which is not something I'm proud of, but it still was something that I just did not really approve of at the beginning. And then they went ahead to say, well, this is a great tool for our creators because we can protect you guys from chargebacks with this. And to me, I'm like, why isn't this an asset or tool you're just giving to your creators for free? The ones that put in the hours and they work their asses off, and you guys split the subs and everything else. Why aren't you just offering this to your creators? Why are you having to hide it behind the bit system? If this option is there and you can protect us, why does it need to be an extension through your bit system? It didn't make sense to me. I don't know. It wasn't all there. And then tiered sums came along. Definitely a valuable tool, and by no means a way to get a larger piece of the pie. So ultimately, greed was the first sign for me. And I understand business. I understand money's got to money, you know? It's got to be built. It's got to be earned. But there are good ways to do it, and there are bad ways to do it. There are certain people that it's, I guess, acceptable in certain ways to earn money, and other ways that are just a little less than savory. And we have a couple of those on the menu. It wasn't until I officially dried up with some of their poor decisions the last couple of years. As I mentioned before, we saw similar acts with YouTube about 5 years back. They got big, they stopped listening to their community, and just did whatever they wanted, and Twitch has kind of become that. They are literally people out there making fun of Twitch on social media regularly, and everyone laughs and goes, you're right, Twitch does screw up like that. But if you step back and think about it, it's actually quite sad. I'm currently in the middle of rebuilding my Ducky empire, and because I don't have 1,000 views a stream anymore, I don't feel pressured to stay at Twitch. I've wanted to leave for a while now, but stay to support my family, which you can help me support by following at mixer.com/postar. But at the time, I am currently at a situation that is going to give me an opportunity to take a leap and escape from a platform whose trajectory I don't align with, Twitch. There's alternatives now. Facebook will be huge in time. Mixer was picked up by Microsoft a year or so back as they anticipated my arrival. It's a brilliant move, honestly. I love that they have GIFs built into their site, and we can meme like crazy as it's integrated. There's a large collection of tools for smaller streamers to grow. There are benefits from all kinds of different platforms now. There's YouTube, there's Twitch, there's Mixer, there's Facebook. It's not just Twitch owning the market any longer. And there's alternatives now. So ultimately, the last thing that pushed me over the edge was just the lack of listening to their community, the blatant disrespect and ignoring even some of the largest creators that have been around for the longest, that earn them thousands upon thousands of dollars, and they're worth nothing to them, and they don't respond to their emails very well. And again, this is because of poor management, because they introduce all these new partners. You're going to miss a lot of emails. You're going to get these robotic standard responses that don't actually answer any questions, and because of all of these, it's a combination effect. That's why I left, simply put. I can't stand how they've managed their platform, how they've evolved into something, and I just don't recognize it. It's not what I started with. It's not what I put my time and effort into growing. It's not the platform that I approve of. To be clear, I'm not mad. I'm just sad to see, because it was a passionate gaming company. I knew many of the guys that helped start it up. I knew them from the YouTube days, and we all put our time, sweat, love, life into, you know, these platforms like YouTube, and to see it fall down and turn into all clickbait, it's saddening. And the same thing is happening to Twitch, and the creativity and the quality isn't there now, and that's basically where we're seeing quantity versus quality, which is a standard thing, but it's not me anymore. So with that, my friends, I say thank you for those of you that have hung out with me. Drop lurks, left tips, and everything in between. I've loved every experience that I've been fortunate enough to have, and thank you guys for being part of that system. And this opportunity has been a fun one for me, and the next chapter is here for me at a new home, and I'm looking forward to breaking in a few games with you guys. So swing on by, let's make some new memories, let's have some fun. You know where to find me now, in case you missed those subtle hints. And, you know, that's also located down in the description if you'd like to drop a follow and come play some games with me. But as always, I love your face holes. Subscribe for more terrible content, and I will see you guys soon in probably, you know, a few days to a week or so. So thanks again for everything. You guys are amazing. If any of you have any questions about the other platforms, I could possibly put that together in a video to, I guess, guide you along the way if you're trying to create content yourself, or just advice in general. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. Take care. Love you guys. Have a great evening.